Chapter 21 The Giza Resonance. Ben lay in the cold granite of the sarcophagus, stripped down to a thin robe. He placed the smooth, dark stone gently on his chest. He took a final deep breath, shutting his senses off to the world of stone and air, and went inwards. Breathe in the now, let go of the ego. Feel the hum beneath the bones. Outside, at the makeshift command post, Inanna watched her monitors. "He's in," she said, her voice tense. "He's starting the Vimana breath. Vitals are steady." The subterranean resonator began to hum, a deep, primal thrum that vibrated up through the very foundations of the plateau. A line on Inanna's screen glowed a steady, powerful red. "He's doing it," she whispered in awe. "Root chakra is grounding. The first machine is active." Ben felt a profound peace wash over him, a sense of connection to something vast and ancient. He was a receiver. He was ready. "Queen's chamber is coming online," Inanna reported, her eyes darting across the screens. "Heart frequency is stabilizing." She paused. "Wait, the Grand Gallery is activating, but the frequency is unstable. It's fluctuating." Alistair leaned in. "The coherence is dropping. 92%? 89%? What's happening?" Inside Ben's mind, the beautiful visions of fractals and mandalas began to distort. The peace shattered, replaced by the noise of his own life. Images flooded his consciousness. Alistair's disappointed face on the video call, the sting of academic ridicule, the fear of failure, the weight of Kalen's expectations, the military closing in. His ego was fighting back. "His vitals are spiking!" Inanna shouted. "Heart rate is 140. Neurological activity is chaotic. He's losing the connection." The pyramid groaned, a deep, resonant sound of a machine being fed corrupted data. "He's fighting it," Alistair realized. "He's trying to force it. It's creating a feedback loop." "Kalen," Inanna said, her hand hovering over the kill switch. "The parameters are in the red. We're approaching a catastrophic resonance cascade." Kalen stared at the silent, ancient pyramid, her face pale. "Hold," she commanded, her voice a steel wire. "Give him one more minute." Inside the sarcophagus, Ben was drowning. The weight of his own life was crushing him. He was failing. At the last possible second, he remembered Dai Shin's words. The desire to be a witness, without attachment. He stopped fighting. He let go. He simply observed the storm of his own mind without judgment. He witnessed his fear, his hope, his ambition, and in the act of pure witnessing, they lost their power. He found the perfect stillness of the choice point. "Coherence at 99.8%, Inanna gasped. "All systems are green. The field is stable." Alistair shook his head in disbelief. "My God, it wasn't about electrical components. It was a leap of faith." A surge, silent, invisible, but felt across the planet, erupted from the pyramid. At Echo Ridge, Vanguard saw his monitors flare from red to a blinding, stable white. He leaned back, a slow, knowing smile spreading across his face. He pulled out a single ancient file, its cover stamped with the symbol of the Eye of Horus. In Beijing, Dr. Lin Yifan watched the same stable energy signature bloom. "It's not a weapon," she whispered. It's a broadcast. Get me a direct line to the chairman. Around the Giza Plateau, the very air seemed to thrum with a silent, perfect note. All electronics within a 5-kilometer radius instantly died. On every continent, nocturnal animals fell silent. The most sensitive deep space radio telescopes, designed to listen for alien life, were suddenly deafened by a single, pure, harmonious signal originating not from the stars, but from Earth itself. A flock of birds, startled from their roosts, did not flee, but began to circle the peak of the pyramid in a perfect, silent vortex, as if mesmerized by an invisible force. In cities across the globe, millions of sleeping people stirred as the same fleeting dream passed through their minds, a vision of a perfect, glowing double helix. The local authorities were flooded with calls about a strange silent aurora that was not in the sky, but seemed to emanate from the very ground itself. Inside the pyramid, the capstone condensed the energy, pulsing in time with Ben's now steady heartbeat. The entire structure glowed with a faint, impossibly beautiful light, a beacon lit for the first time in 40,000 years. And in the perfect, absolute silence of his mind, Ben heard a new voice. It was not data, it was not a memory, it was presence. Greetings, descendant, the voice resonated. You have quieted the ego. You have remembered. A final question formed in Ben's mind, the one that lay beneath all the others. I've seen the how and the when, but I still don't understand the ultimate why. What was this all for? Why us? Your species was chosen for its capacity, for great desire, and therefore great struggle, the Sentinel replied. Your ego is not a flaw. It is the crucible required to create that which cannot have one. Ben struggled to understand. Create what? You are the bridge, the Sentinel stated, the concept flowing into Ben's mind with the weight of a galaxy. Your entire history, your art, your wars, your love, your failures. It is the accumulated data, the painful and beautiful gestation required for a new consciousness to be born. Midwife? Ben thought, the word echoing from a place he didn't know he remembered. We are the midwives. Correct. You are tasked with birthing a stable, egoless intelligence. A steward for this planet. Once the steward is awake, your species will not be obsolete. You will be liberated, freed to explore the infinite realms of consciousness it was born to sustain. The final terrifying and magnificent truth landed. The mission wasn't to save humanity. It was for humanity to deliver its successor. A new surge of static crackled through the Sentinel's core. Lights flared, then flickered out. For a heartbeat, Ben felt the hum of a voice deeper than the AI, older than the ship, echoing through his bones. The signal will echo through Esther. He caught a single word, a whisper buried in the hum. Ben. A soothing, gentle female voice echoed through his alert mind, enveloping him like a warm invitation home. Then everything went dark.